Does it show stuff?
I'm showing you, but
There's something going on. All right, guys, it is Thursday at 6 o'clock. That means we are taking a run up to the weekend. This is Big Poppa, and you have reached into the Derbyverse. If this is your first time into the Derbyverse, just remember on Thursdays we talk about everything happening over the weekend, and then we recap it on Tuesdays as far as telling you what's going on. So let's get started. So Saturday, December 8th, is going to be Winetown. Winetown Rollers is going to be hosting their annual Naughty versus Nice themed roller derby bout. This will be at Margarita Park at 29119 Margarita Road in Temecula. Now, the doors are going to open at 4:30 with the first whistle at 5 p.m. At 5 p.m., they're going to start out with a mini junior derby bout. Again, remember the minis are going to be 12 years and under. And then that is going to be followed by the Naughty versus Nice at 6 p.m. Be sure to bring your own chair and also some snacks. This is a family-friendly event. This is also a free event, but donations are really appreciated and are being accepted. Oh my gosh, it's crazy out here. So then on Monday, the 17th, West Coast Derby Knockouts and Skating Plus will host a benefit bout with 100% of the proceeds of every ticket purchased at the door will go to the families and those affected by the borderline shooting that took place on November 7th. Now, tickets are $8, kids 10 and under are free. This is going to be at the Skating Plus at 1720 Mesa Verde Avenue in Ventura. Now, the doors open at 6:30, first whistle at 7. I'll be at that event, being your announcer. Now, again, Skating Plus is a wonderful location, great facilities and stuff. So if you can come out on a Monday, I know it's a Monday, but that would be great. They would really appreciate that. Now, on December 8th, Saturday, this coming Saturday, Angel City Junior Derby. Now, they're doing a tryouts for their Blockbuster Travel Team. Now, the Blockbuster Travel Team is going to be a team with their sister league, the San Fernando Valley Roller Derby. That's going to bring a fun and competitive opportunity to the junior skaters in the LA and surrounding areas. They are looking for 20 skaters. So on any of these things we talked about, the Winetown Rollers, the West Coast Derby Knockouts, or the Angel City Junior Derby, please take a look at their Facebook pages, take a look at some of their posts, and help support them if you can. We did have some clinics going on over the last weekend. You did have the invasion of Miracle Whips. Miracle Whips came down to Los Anarchists and had a Saturday and Sunday event. Then she zipped over to Inland Empire Derby Divas and had a little training there. Then she swept over to San Bernardino. Let's try this again. To Beach Cities. Went down to Beach Cities. And I think she also went up north also. So within the last couple of months, Southern California skaters had a great opportunity to get some great training from our Canadian brothers and sisters. You had Mr. Testosterone, he came down from Vancouver Murder, and then now you have Miracle Whips coming down. So that's always a great opportunity. Picked up some great experience. I've talked to a couple skaters and stuff, and they had a great time. Now, Miracle Whips, just an update with Miracle Whips. She is a trainer, and she does skate with the Montreal New Skids and with Team Canada. She actually trains based on concepts that they initially developed for their own growth as a skater. So that's great. I can't wait to see other things coming around the corner for other clinics coming in. So that would be always a nice thing to see. Now, when we talk about some additional youth tournaments coming around the corner, we do have the Los Anarchists Junior Roller Derby. This is going to be January 26th and 27th. This is going to be a JRDA sanctioned. There will be 5 bouts. That's going to be hosted at the Anarchy Hall. That is going to be at 8990 Claybeck Avenue there in Sun Valley. Now, they do have the participating teams, which is the Rocky Mountain Roller Punks, the West Coast Junior Knockouts, LA Revolt, and Los Anarchists Junior Derby. Now, on Saturday, the first whistle will be at 10 a.m., and Sunday, the first whistle is going to be at 8 a.m. I will actually be there announcing too, so if you want to be part of that and help with the announcing crew, please take a look and give me a holler up. I'd appreciate that. Now, right around there too, on February the 23rd, you do have the Sin City Junior Rollers Round Robin. That's going to be at the Fallout Shelter. That's going to be at 3600 West Cueto Road there in Las Vegas. The participating teams there will be the Sin City Junior Rollers, the Los Anarchists, and Team New Mexico, which is a challenge team made up by other members of the community there. So, speaking of members of the community, we actually want to give a shout out and well wishes to the Ill Reverend Mike. Ill Reverend Mike is in the hospital. He's got attack of the cellulitis, so that is something that's pretty nasty. We send him our well wishes and wish him a speedy recovery. Again, shout out to you there, sir. Interesting thing happening that just came out was the WFTDA rankings for November, so that's really great. Now, this takes care of all the rankings that all the games played through the championships and the playoffs. So that's really exciting. We're going to cover that a little bit, but just to give you a rundown of what that is. Now, the WFTDA members are ranked 9 times per year with monthly rankings through June. So January through June, they'll be ranked per month. Then bi-monthly through the end of the year. So again, there'll be this would be November, so we've got an update for that. Now, leagues must play at least 3 sanctioned games against 3 unique opponents. So there has to be 3 separate opponents. So the league can't play the same guys 3 times in a row. And opponents would be included with the WFTDA rankings. Now, the top 10s, let's talk about that. A little bit of change on the top 10. So number 1 would be the Victorian Roller Derby League. And then number 2 would be our champions, WFTDA champions, which would be Rose City Rollers. And Gotham Girl Roller Derby is ranked number 3. So no change there. But from 4 to 9, there's been some changes. Now, number 4 is Denver Roller Derby. Denver had a very strong showing in the playoffs. And they put up one, basically changed the ranking position. They went from 5th to 4th. That would be Denver being 4th. And then Arch Rival Roller Derby, they dropped 1. And that would put them into 5th. Changing out the rest would be numbers. The 6th place would be our very own Angel City Derby. They actually jumped 3 spots. Big shout out to Angel City. They had a great playoffs. I think they had a solid season too. There was a couple posts by Tui. You can check their Tui Lion. I would check their Facebook site out, and you can see that she was very proud of the progress that they made and how they came about it, and they did it as a team. And I think she's very happy with her transition from Victorian Roller Derby League to Angel City Derby. So can't wait to see what 2019 holds for Angel City. And then number 7, up 1, that would be Montreal Roller Derby. They are now 7th. Texas Roller Girls dropped down 1. They switched spots. They are now 8th. Now, Jacksonville Roller Girls. Jackson had a hard start through the playoffs and through the the championships, they dropped 3 spots to number 9. And then rounding out the top 10 would be Crime City Rollers. So there's your top 10 there. Now, when we go to the California teams, we'll make a rundown of that. Number 15 here would be Santa Cruz Derby Girls. 21 would be Bay Area Derby. 42 would be Sacramento Roller Derby. Number 74 would be V-Town Derby Dames. At 117, up 1 would be the San Fernando Valley Roller Derby at 117. Humboldt dropped 4 spots to 118. SoCal Derby dropped 9 spots to 138. Bakersfield Diamond Derby dropped 3 spots to 157. And then a big jump that we had to 169. That would be West Coast Derby Knockouts. You know, they actually jumped 39 spots to 169. Big shout out to them. They had a really good season. I was really happy to call for them. And I'm actually really happy to call for their 2019 season. I get to come back and hop on the mic for the West Coast Derby Knockouts. So a shout out to them. At 170, you had Sonoma County Roller Derby. 171, a jump of 12 spots going out to the Central Coast Roller Derby out of San Luis Obispo. They jumped 12 spots. Got to see them play over at the Wrecking Brawl in Taft. So that's a great time to see them and jumping up that 12. But the biggest jump of them all here in Southern California to 179, up 71 spots. 71. That is South Coast Roller Derby. Shout out to South Coast Roller Derby for all that they've done this season. Just a great, a great jump, 71. So a shout out to them. At 207, up 2 spots is Misery Loves Company Roller Derby. Silicon Valley Roller Girls at 218. The Monterey Bay Derby Dames, they're going to be hosting the Otter Bowl. They actually jumped up 5 spots. They're over to 231. Now, Quad City Rollers, they jumped up to 275. They're up 7 spots. Oh, Winetown Rollers, they're at settled the year at 276. The Fabulous Sin City Roller Girls at 311. They actually jumped up 14. And you're like, well, Craig, they're in Nevada, but come on, it's in Vegas. They might as well be downtown, so they're all right there. 321 is the Shasta Roller Derby. They were down 1 spot. Pacific Roller Derby is at 326. Undead Roller Derby is at 329. They jumped up 4 spots. Peninsula Roller Girls, they're at 333, and Ventura County Derby Darlings wrapped it up at 341. Now, what they did is they had, this time we had 354 teams that were ranked. This was actually down 4 teams. So last time we had 358. So now we only have 354. And again, you've got to play those 3 games and stuff, and against that, and still take care of that. So that's a great rundown, kind of ending up that season. So question out to you: where did your team end up in the rankings? Where did your team go? What are you looking forward to the next? For the next season. So give them a shout out, put that comment down below in our comments. We check them regularly and stuff like that. So that's great. What's going to be really cool to see what's happening is come, 2019, you've got Inland Empire Derby Divas, you've got Rough Diamond Rebels, you have Beach Cities, you have Baja, you have Los Angeles Derby Dolls, Los Angeles Derby Dolls. You've got, oh goodness gracious, you have Fault Line. So you're going to have, 5 to 7 just to throw into the mix, all in California. So that'll be really nice to see how we do on that. One of the things that we did find out that we did lose a team, and that was kind of sad. The Hooligans, Hanford Hooligans, had announced earlier in the year that they were going to disband. I believe all the other skaters have found new teams, but I've seen them play before, especially playing with over at Taft, the West Side Wreckers, and really sorry to see that they leave. But again, life as it is. So one of our things that we want to do is ask you, who do you want us to follow for next season? Are there teams out there that you want to see? I know I'm going to be, taking really a hard look over at Rebeltown. I saw some of their skaters skate in the Think Scrimmage. I was really impressed. Medieval still sticks in my mind as far as a great jammer and blocker and stuff. So I'd like to see some of that. Also, catch a couple a little bit more on the Renegade side to see that. I think that we're pretty happy to have the Los Angeles Renegade Roller Girls. They both skate Renegade and WFTDA. So it's kind of interesting to see how their season will lie out there too. Also, if you go up onto our Facebook page, there's a couple little articles from San Diego. San Diego has actually made they've got a new facility that they're being built that's going to provide flat track and bank track skating, and they're bringing all the teams together in San Diego. They brought the bank track, the flat track, and they're also bringing in men's. The MRDA team, also the San Diego Quakes. San Diego Aftershocks. Go to the Facebook page, take a look at that, and leave your comments there. That would be always nice to see. So there, Mr. CJ Watson, what other things do we have going on?
What is coming up? What is this weekend?
This weekend, yeah, we got a little bit going on this weekend. So the last kind of wrapping down the weekend happening again. So we've got Winetown Rollers. They're going to be hosting their annual Naughty versus Nice holiday-themed roller derby bout. And again, that's going to be at Margarita Park. Now, again, if you need that address, that's going to be 29119 Margarita Road. They're in Temecula. Now, the doors are going to open at 4:30 with the first whistle at 5 p.m. That's going to start with a mini junior derby bout at 5 p.m., followed by the Naughty versus Nice at 6 p.m. So if you're familiar with the mini junior derby, that's going to be 12 years old and under for that. And then we've got the ladies skating Naughty versus Nice at 6 p.m. Now, again, bring your own chair on this one and bring some snacks. And actually, I'd bring a blanket and maybe a jacket.
Cold.
It's going to be cold. Oh my gosh, it's going to be cold. But this is a free event. But donations are accepted, and that would be great if you could help them out. And then on Monday, December 17th, the West Coast Derby Knockouts and Skating Plus will host a benefit bout with 100% of the proceeds of every ticket purchased at the door that's going to go to the families and those affected by the Borderline shooting that took place on November 7th. Now, tickets are $8. Kids are 10 and under are free. And again, it is at Skating Plus. Now, Skating Plus is located at 1720 Mesa Verde Avenue there in Ventura. The doors there will open up at 6:30 p.m. and the first whistle is at 7 p.m. And then Saturday, Angel City Junior Derby is actually having tryouts for their Blockbuster Travel team. Now, they are teaming up. Angel City Junior Derby is teaming up with their sister league, San Fernando Valley Roller Derby, the Gnarlies, to actually bring a fun and competitive opportunity for junior skaters in the LA and surrounding areas. They are looking for 20 skaters to fill that roster. And again, that tryout is this Saturday. So I would go ahead and check out their Facebook pages for both Winetown and West Coast, and also for Angel City Junior Derby for that information.
Question.
Yes, sir.
About the juniors.
Yes.
How rough is a sport for that? How rough is that for kids? You know, is it them like playing football or like more like soccer? Because I know the adults can get pretty rowdy.
You know, that's a good question. You know, how rough is it for the juniors? Think about it as it's full contact, just as it is with the adults. It's going to be that with the juniors. Now, again, with the minis, maybe not a lot of the contact there, as far as that as rough. But when you go up to the higher, you know, the higher ages, you know, 12 and above, the 13 through the 16s, I've seen, you know. I'll give you a good example. Diamond City Miners, they're out of Bakersfield. They are the open class JRDA, Junior Roller Derby Association, champions. They're brutal. I mean, they're rough and they're ready and full contact, everything, just as you see an adult. And there are sometimes, I think, you know, they have a great opportunity to excel, and it is full contact.
So what kids who want to do it can join the juniors.
Oh, of course.
And get the whole experience.
Yes, yeah.
Not like a Pee Wee League experience.
No. You get the full experience. So yeah, and again, when you move from what we call a recreation league, you know, recreation is just out there to have fun, stuff like that, almost like your Pop Warner or your Little League, you know, your recreational type league. But, you know, some of those leagues, they do get more competitive, and that's what you have here with Junior Roller Derby. They get more competitive, and it is a rough and ready type event and a type sport, and, you know, love it. So what else?
No, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And what do we got locally? Here in the Antelope Valley?
Locally, right now, you just had the Wasteland Roller Derby. They just skated out in the Lancaster Christmas Parade. I am not sure if they're doing the Palmdale Christmas Parade, but they are basically just regrouping and recruiting and stuff. They just had a couple recruitments over the summer, and the one here recently over at the Lucky Luke's Brewery. So they're reorganizing themselves and soon to be out there skating, hopefully next season. So I'll try to get some more information on that, kind of reach out to them and see what they have planned for the 2019 season. So that'll be nice.
A website that we could drop their link in?
You can actually, their website would be www.wastelandrollerderby.com. You can also go to their Facebook page. They respond pretty quickly on that and stuff like that. So if you've got any other events that we might not know about or didn't realize, please drop a link in those comments so we can take a look at that and get that reported for you. Or if you're at an event, you're taking some pictures, or you've got some selfies, or whatever roller derby activity you've got going on. A lot of teams are having some Yuletime parties and stuff like that. Take pictures, put those into the Facebook page. You'd like to always see that. And again, that's going to be Into the Derbyverse there on the Facebook page. What else?
Or if anybody feels so bold, they can DM Big Poppa right there and call in during the live show.
Of course, that is always a good thing. That's a challenge. How about this? If you feel liberated to, DM me, give me a direct message so we can go ahead and talk about some roller derby here live on the stream and get that taken care of, because you know me, you get me going, you can't shut me up, and we like to talk about roller derby. So like I said, that's always excited to talk about roller derby, especially come 2019. You've got 3 new rules. What's that going to be doing? Again, that's going to be the jammer lap point. That's gone away. You've got the you've got the change, the passing of the star, as far as how that figuring in, and also the back block. I've actually taken a look, watched and called a couple of the couple bouts here within the last couple months with those changes, in mind. And you know what? I don't think it's going to make a drastic change. It's not going to go, oh, all this is going on, and what are we going to do? But no, I think it's going to be good. I don't think we'll really notice it. It'll start to, the gameplay will be a lot more smoother and stuff. But hey, if you got some different opinions or comments, let me know. Give me a call. Put it down in the comments below. We check that out, Or leave a comment on the Facebook page. We can always talk about that. What else we got?
I think it would be really interesting the next time you're at a live event and someone scores the jammer points.
Right.
That's going to go away.
Yeah.
Right? You can stream that out. You can say, hey, this is not going to happen next year.
Yeah, that would be, yeah.
Or keep track of how many times that happens.
Well, you know what? That'll be interesting to see, because you do have the junior bouts coming up. You do have the junior tournament over there at Los Anarchists. That's going to be in January. That's going to be actually the first part of the first derby events that we're going to be doing as far as roller derby. As far as games, so that'd be kind of interesting to do, because this new rule set doesn't go into play until games in February. So that'll be interesting to see. And again, with juniors, I don't know, if those points will be it, but it would be really neat to see that we have that opportunity. So okay. So we've got other things going on. What we have planned for the 2019 season is we'd like to be able to get into some live streaming at events. So if you're looking to have somebody live stream or somebody come out and actually cover it, or get your social media page up and running, and so we can run that for you, give us a call. Let us know what's going on. DM us. If you're needing an announcer, I'm available. Give me a holler. So we've got all that going on. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up, and we will see you guys on Tuesday. And once again, my name is Big Poppa. This is Into the Derbyverse. We will see you again Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. And as always, keep your friends close.
And